Y'all, Joe here, Southern Coastal Cooking coming at you, and a Merry Christmas to you. We're going on the final countdown, getting right up here close to Christmas. And of course, this time of year, I love to make a wonderful Christmas season gumbo. So that's what we're going to do. Don't have much time this afternoon as I normally do to make one, so I'm going to kind of speed y'all through this, some steps to kind of, save some time. Now look, here's what we're going to start with. Normally what you're going to start with is a roux, but we're going to start with some other things as well. So right there, I got my water measured out, and we're going to make a stock. These are a couple of lobster tails I had left over from a party we had. And look, I got some gumbo crabs. And what we mean by gumbo crabs down here is just your smaller crabs. These have been cleaned them a while back and frozen with the meats there. See, just like that. Now all this we'll put on the stove just to simmer while we do everything else. Oh, and some these are some bouillon cubes, blue crab bouillon. You get it off of Amazon. I'll try to find a link for y'all. But anyway, let that simmer. Now I want to draw y'all's attention over here in my big old blue gumbo pot. I got some of this Wagyu beef tallow. Absolutely wonderful stuff. Let me get a spoon, y'all. So like I said, these preparations are a little different than normal, but we just got to move with it. So we're going to take a little bit of this Wagyu beef tallow. Wonderful flavor in this stuff, like that. And we're going to saute or fry off some okra in that, okay? It'll be used later, but I want to go ahead and have that ready, okay? So that's what we're doing right now. And then we got that tallow sizzling in there. I'm gonna add a 16-ounce bag of frozen okra. I would like to do here, we can stir this around. Y'all, let's just fry off a little bit of beef tallow, all right? If y'all see how it's doing now, it's starting to release some of that slime. That's what you want to get out of the okra. I'm gonna pour it on a tinfoil covered pan, stick it in the oven on 350 for a little bit and let it finish cooking so I can free up this pot. Y'all, now let's turn ourselves to putting together this roux. And what I got here is about 2 cups of multi-purpose white flour, about 3 tablespoons of that Wagyu beef fat from Fatworks, and then that Wagyu beef fat's gonna do some good flavor. About 2 cups oil, just regular cooking oil. So we'll stir all this together. I like to mix and get all smooth before I put it to the heat. That just saves you some panicking, okay? So we'll get it all smooth and we'll come over to the heat with it. Now we're over here on the stove. I got it on about a medium-high heat. You can see all this flex of that good beef tallow in there. And we're just gonna keep stirring it, y'all, till we get it good and hot and bubbly. And I'll show y'all the next step. Keep stirring it, don't walk away. Y'all see how it's bubbling up like that? That's good. That means we can go to the next step. Alright, this is saving some time and free up some burners. I turn the heat off and we'll stir it just for a minute. Then we're going to pop it in that oven down there with that okra is cooking and let it go 15 minutes, just like this. We'll get it out and we'll stir it. But, yeah, so we just let it go just like that. Turn it off right now and then we'll put it back down there. Let it go about 15 minutes in that oven, about 350, okay? Now I got it to cool down just a tiny bit, where it's not just bubbling all over the place. I'm gonna stick it in the oven and check it in about 15 minutes, y'all. All right, y'all, now we're back over here to our big blue pot. It's got a little bit of this Wagyu beef tallow left, and I got a stick of butter in there. It was melted with it. We're gonna use this to saute our Trinity down in. So let that melt real quick. And set a timer for 15 minutes. Check the other stuff. I just checked the celery. The okra. It's doing good. Melt this down real quick, and we'll get back to it. All right, y'all. Now we're getting hot. Let's go into some vegetation. Celery, onion, bell pepper, all chopped up right there. Throw that around a second. We got another box of it too, just in case. Because this stuff will really cook down, y'all. I'm telling you. So we got that there. Okay. Got some extra. Put it back. But anyway, we'll stir this in, let that brown down. All right, y'all. I did take the okra out. Sorry I didn't get that on camera. And I stirred the roux once. One of the 15-minute markers. And I put it back in. Now, my vegetables are pretty much all where I want them. We're going to start getting into the seasoning. All right. First thing I'm going to add is a little bit of garlic. Okay. Like that. You can't have good Cajun dish without some garlic. Okay. And stir that in. Yeah, I've got what I call pretty much my trinity of spices for a good gumbo right here. And I've got 2 tablespoons of the Cajun seasoning and a tablespoon of each of the others. I'll show you what they are in just a second. We want to stir that in right there. Get that seasoning. Okay. Layer in the flavor. Layer in the flavor. Now I'm going to turn this down to low. Let that just simmer for a minute. I'll show y'all what I put in there. It was a tablespoon of the Oyster Bed Company, their French bread butter seasoning, compound butter seasoning. Absolutely fabulous in any kind of Cajun dish. A little bit of 2 tablespoons of your Cajun seasoning. And a tablespoon is all around awesome stuff. Sure Shot Sid's gunpowder seasoning. Okay, so tablespoon of them 2, and 2 tablespoons of the Cajun seasoning. Like I said, we'll just stir that in, let that chill for a minute. All right, those will cook down plenty enough right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut that off the heat. And I chopped up some andouille sausage, put it in the oven. We're gonna add all this. Y'all see, I'm stirring this roux again now on camera so you guys can see. See how it's getting darker? Almost like a peanut butter. A little ways to go before it gets just right. But this is a good, fail-proof method of making a roux. Keeps you from burning it, especially while you're doing other things. So I'm gonna stir it here a minute or two, just get all up off the bottom, put it back in there for 15 more minutes and roll with it. Y'all, the cool thing about this, I hope y'all take into account, is just me, y'all, I have no help. And I'm doing everything kind of all at once, but not all together, so to speak. So you got your stuffed parts of the gumbo going in the oven, your parts on top. This way you can cook everything in the same time frame, which normally would have took me maybe a couple days. I'll do the roux one day, saute the vegetables. Now putting this all together, much faster. You just got to get your mind right, get your steps in, and do it, you know, with everything kind of going on at once. So we will continue. Y'all, at this point, everything is pretty much done except for the roux. I just took it out from this last 15-minute deal. So I'm gonna cook it for a few minutes here on the stove top. And then we will get on to putting this gumbo together, y'all. It's almost there. I'll pop the roux back in the oven for a minute because I want to get to this here. I'll show y'all something. But I'm find a way to get you up here a little bit taller. Anyway, this here is the stock pot with the crabs and all that, and the lobster tails was in it. We don't need these crab bodies and stuff much anymore right now, but I need to take them out for this next step. So what I'm gonna do, we got a full pan here, and we're just gonna get these crab bodies, lobster tail and stuff like that, and just take these out for now. All right, I'm gonna put those over somewhere where they can cool. These really now are basically gonna be garnish. I made the gumbo when you start thickening up and stuff with the crab bodies in there. The problem is, it's really hard to get it all out and separate it when you go to store it or anything like that. So we'll get these out for now, set them aside, and I'll come back to y'all. So now we've gotten all the shells out and everything. We'll bring this to a rolling boil. If y'all are ready, we're about to finish this sucker off. We are about to roll with it. So I'm gonna bring this, I've been just reducing this stock, just kind of slow stirring it. We'll bring it to boil one more time. I'll show y'all what we're gonna do. We're about to get down, we'll have to move pretty quick here in this last couple minutes. Once that gets to rolling boil, we will start adding ingredients. So that's what we're going to do. Then, like I said, it won't be long at all now, so we can get this thing done, put together, out the door. So let's just come to a rolling boil real quick and be right back. Y'all see us boil like that? I got 4 pounds of Louisiana 3150 shrimp. They're frozen, peeled, deveined. So we're going in with it. That was 2 right there. There's another 2. All right, what those are going to do is they're going to cook or start to cook right there in that hot water. Okay? Now we're going to move this pot aside and we'll come back with the other pot and show y'all what we're going to do. Again, we got to let that cook. I didn't turn that on heat though. There's a reason why in a minute. So I'm letting the shrimp kind of cool that water down. They'll finish cooking in here. Now, remember we got this Trinity right here. All wrapped up. Okay? So we got this back on the heat. Right there. And we're going to get our roux out the oven. Okay? I'm going to pour this roux off in there. It's a beautiful roux, y'all. So you could go a little bit darker. I don't mind it like this though, because I like to thicken my stuff. I want my roux to be able to do a little thickening. Alright. Okay, we got that there. Alright. Now let's just stir that in. Everything looks like candy making right now. Beautiful. So once it starts simmering and bubbling, getting hot, we could start adding some of the shrimp over there in that water. And see, hopefully, water will be cooled down just a little bit. Yeah, with your shrimp in there. And what they're gonna do, you don't want to add boiling hot water to a roux like that because it'll cake up. So that's why I put your shrimp in here to kind of cool the water down. Okay? But it's still warm. Alright, we're just stirring that around right there like that. Alright, we're starting to simmer. And once we simmer, that's going to cake up real good on us. Thickening powder, that roux. That's what we want. Because we're going to unthicken it with that stock and shrimp. Okay. See how that is right there? Oh yeah. Man, you don't want to stick your finger in that. Some hot stuff. Make sure it gets hot through and through though. Okay, now we'll start scooping shrimp in this water over in there. We'll make sure to get all the shrimp. See, as we stir that in, a little bit by a little bit. I'm gonna keep doing this till I get all my shrimp over here, and then we'll take, we'll figure out what we need, how much more water we need. If we don't need no more water, for your stock rather. So we'll just stir this in, keep it up sticking on the bottom by adding these shrimp in this water. Okay. Like that. You stir that in just like that. Scrape it off. Don't let it stick to the bottom. You don't want it to burn. Whatever you do. Okay. Now it's probably, see, it's about like that. About to the point where I can just pour pretty much the rest in there. I'm just gonna pour some of this water off to the side just to hold it in case I don't need it all. We'll go with the shrimp. I just want to make sure I get my shrimp in there. All right. There we go. Come on, shrimp. There we go. Perfect. Got old crab leg out there. Now we stir. Now we mix. Now we got it on high heat. Perfect right there. And look, we have a little of that stock left. We add a little bit of it if we need to. Just about like that. Well, we're gonna let this heat up, thicken up. And that's your gumbo right there. There's a couple more ingredients we'll add in just a bit. So if you see it's come to a boil, it's the only time we want it to come to a boil. Just want to make sure we get the shrimp fully cooked like that. Then we're gonna add 2 more Louisiana products. I got a pound of Louisiana crawfish tails. Don't you better buy those farm ones. And a pound of that andouille from Louisiana that we cooked, okay, before. All right, so we're gonna put that off in there. Let that simmer. We'll turn the heat down here in a second. Let that simmer with everything else for about 20 to 30 minutes with the lid off. Okay, just want to spread that around. Beautiful, right there. Huge pot of Christmas gumbo. At this point, you can introduce a couple more of those whole crabs back if you want to, for you know, just for laying out before serving, or you can introduce them to the bowls while serving. Either way, they're good stuff. So let's go ahead and just let that simmer there. Turn the heat down a little bit for about 20 to 30 minutes. And now y'all been waiting on me to try it, so let's give it a try. Isn't that a beautiful bowl of it right there? Let's just try that shrimp there, piece of crawfish, all that goodness. Oh my. Y'all, that flavor is amazing. Y'all have a wonderful Christmas. God bless y'all through the holidays. I'm gonna try to get another video out here the next couple days, but y'all please do try that. And I think it really elevated it. Like I said, we did layers and layers of flavor. We did a bunch of steps to try to do them at the same time. I say this is a real win. Thank y'all again.